How is it going, bros? Welcome to the video. This is every single Black Ops 1 Zombies map, best and worst thing. This is a direct sequel to, obviously, the World at War 1. Remember to like and subscribe, and comment if you want Black Ops 2, and if you have any ideas for other videos, you can surely let me know. So, let's get into the video. Remember to drop a like and subscribe, and I'm Blackfolk, this is Crack Factor. Let's go. That first map being Kino der Toten. So, the good stuff about this map, it has one of the greatest layouts of all time. It might have the best. Plus, the theater is just so iconic. The final mission of World at War, which is the game that was originally supposed to be in, but they decided to make it be the launch map for BO1. But the great things about it are, like I said, the layout, just the setting and the theater. It's also the most iconic zombies map of all time. It definitely the most played, like, everyone knows Kino der Toten. Maybe not as more iconic, but I'm gonna have to go Kino as the most iconic zombies map of all time. It is a great step forward, and it's just paved the way for what zombies could be in the future. And it's just like the perfect, simple co-op experience. Except you can only have 2 people in Black Ops 1, which is sad, but yeah, those are the good things about Kino. Now, there aren't that many bad things about Kino, but if I had to choose one, I would have to go with Motor Forest. They are by far, like, the most annoying alternative zombie type ever. And there's just so many, especially in the Black Ops 1 version on this map. You can't, like, turn a corner without there being, like, an army of those little, like, green, like, pieces of trash just, like, farting out gas. It's disgusting. But they, like, mess up your trains, and if you walk in it, you can't see anything, and then you're gonna get destroyed by the zombies. They're just gonna walk up, double swipe you if you don't have a jug. And also, the graphics are real one, mainly because I think it was one of the biggest reasons, because it looks way worse than all the other Black Ops 1 maps. It's because it was originally supposed to be on World at War, and I guess they just, like, ported it over. So, yeah, there's just some of the bad stuff about Kino. And moving on to the next map, we got 5. Good stuff about 5. Let me just put it this way. Think of a zombies map where you are in the Pentagon playing as JFK, freaking, like, Castro, McNamara, and Nixon. That is amazing. It has probably not the most iconic, but it has the coolest characters. You're playing as presidents, world leaders, and some senator or whatever McNamara is. I don't even know. But yeah, it's just amazing. It also has, like, the hardest challenge in the zombies map that maybe for us. Like, it's just so tight. Yeah, it's a great challenge. Very fun. I think it might be better than Kino. Don't get me to say that, but I don't know. I like it more. It's way more iconic. No, it's not more iconic. That makes no sense. But I think it's cooler because you're freaking in the Pentagon playing as JFK, and the quotes are just amazing. So that's what I like about 5. Moving on to the bad parts about 5. Well, as you all know, it's got, like, the worst wonder weapon of all time. I don't think it is the worst. I think that there's one other one that's worse, maybe 2. But the VR11 is just garbage. It's so bad. It has way less ammo than the Rig, and it kills less effectively. It's just like, why would you ever use this? It's so bad. And it is really tight. I don't know. The layout isn't amazing. It's all, like, weird and clustery. It's just not the greatest layout, you know? But it has a bad wonder weapon too. That does not really complement each other when it's also really tight when you have a terrible wonder weapon. You know? It's just not the greatest combo. And also, it's difficult, but I love the Pentagon Thief. That should have been the good guy to go. The Pentagon Thief is amazing. Like, there's no denying that. The Pentagon Thief is, like, the best zombie. Actually, he's not a zombie, but he's, like, the best boss. Moving on, we got what a lot of people would consider the best BO1 map. It is really fun. I don't think it's the best, but some of the best parts about the map are it added 2 new perks, which is amazing. It added Stamina and PhD. Those are 2 of the best and most fun perks of all time. Like PhD and Stamina, they also complement each other really well. You can strike faster, self-mag, like giant explosion, you know how it is. Another thing is, the monkey rounds can give you a free perk, so that makes it even more fun. They added perks, so then you can get even more perks by getting monkeys, so you can have all, I think, 5 perks in that map, because they got rid of double tap in that map for some reason. But actually, real quick is also on it if you bought the Moon DLC. Other fun things about it are the burst devices. They are the best special grenades. I'd say they're just amazing. It's like an apocalypse target, but it's like a blowout weapon, and it affects zombies from across the entire map. Which the apocalypse target definitely does not do that. It is very cool, and yeah, it's like one of the most fun maps. It's all of the early maps are so fun. I don't know, they just kind of lost their fun. It is like a campaign mission, so the other ones are actually original, except for Cold War. But moving on to the bad stuff we got in Ascension is... don't move on yet. I forgot about... Ascension added the first main Easter egg, which is the most important thing about this map by a mile. It added the first Easter egg. That is insanity. That literally, redefined what zombies is. I think that is the best part about it. Moving on to the bad stuff in Ascension, the monkey rounds can be very annoying on later rounds when you already have all the perks because of the early monkey rounds. So then they just take your perks and then you lose them, and then it's the most frustrating cycle in the world, especially since it happens so often. And this map can get bland. It's just, a lot of the times, I don't know, it's not too easy, but it's just, it can get just boring. I don't know, it's weird. It's hard to explain. It's just, ugh. Sometimes it just goes to crap. And it didn't add any new wonder weapons, which is sad, but it did have the 2 perks, so I guess it makes up for it. But yeah, it did not add a new wonder weapon is a pretty big deal. So yeah, moving on to the next map we got. The next map being Call of the Dead. This is possibly the most unique zombies map of all time. It is such a cool location. It's about George Romero and zombies movie that he's making. And some of the best parts about it are George Romero being in it. That's cool. He's not, but also the celebrity cast of Sarah Michelle Gellar, Michael Rooker, Freddy Krueger, and Danny Trejo. That is the first actual celebrities who voice themselves, or I guess just people that voice themselves in any zombies map, which is very cool. And it did add 2 new wonder weapons, which I guess makes up for Ascension not adding any, which is pretty insane. 2 new wonder weapons. They're kind of mediocre, but the fact that there is 2 is pretty epic. And yeah, it's just a really cool location in my opinion. And the spawn room is really fun. I think it's one of the best spawn rooms. But yeah, it can be also pretty frustrating. So moving on to the bad stuff we got is George Romero. Like I was saying a second ago, he is so annoying in this map. It's just so frustrating. The map would be so good without him. There are more flaws, which I will talk about, but George Romero is definitely the top one. He's such an annoying aspect of the map. Another annoying thing is the fog that happens every few rounds. You can't see a freaking thing. It's really annoying. People complain about transit fog. You never hear about people complaining about the fog on Call of the Dead, but yeah, it's really annoying. Plus, it had a new perk, but it's not a good thing because that perk was Deadshot, and in my opinion, it's more detrimental to you than it is helpful. On PC, all it does is make your hipfire spread smaller, but on console, it locks onto their head, which is actually extremely annoying for the way I play. It just does not complement my playstyle at all. And another thing about the map is the jug location is the most obscure and stupid place ever. It literally took me 10 games to find Jug on Call of the Dead because I didn't want to look it up because it would have been lame, but it took forever. It's in the most weird, and just you have to go through these strange rooms to get to it. It's so bizarre. And there's no infinite damage traps on this map. There is an infinite damage wonder weapon, but it only has 16 shots or something, and you can only kill 16 zombies. And yeah, the other one is fun, but it stops killing on round 40, so getting to high rounds on this map is basically impossible. You can't get the wonder weapon by doing the Easter egg and then killing George, but that's a lot of work, and most zombies players wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, Call of the Dead has a lot of issues, but overall, I'd say it's pretty good. Now, moving on to the next map, we got next map being the infamous Shangri-La. On launch, it was not received well, but lately it's been like considered one of the best maps, which I don't necessarily agree with. I mean, it's good, but it's not nearly the best, you know? Some of the best parts about it, like the best aspects of it, is first of all, the Wonder Weapon, the Baby Maker, or sorry, the JGB2175B something something something, is technically can get you, like, I think it is the most kills, or second most to Liquefier for any Wonder Weapon ever. That Wonder Weapon is awesome, but it is difficult to use. It has a high skill ceiling, which might be what Wonder Weapon should be anyways, especially from the box. You can just get it. And spike mores are also really cool on this map. They're like claymores, but they shoot spikes, which is pretty self-explanatory now that I'm explaining it. And it also is very easy to open. Like, you don't need very many points. Like, you can set this map up instantly. You just turn on power, which is only not that many doors away. Spin the box, get perks. That's it. It's pretty simple. And moving on to the bad stuff. Oh boy. First and by far most annoying part about this map are the mutant zombies. They suck. The shriekers and the napalms, and even like the regular monkeys can be really annoying too, because they can hit you and then you stop sprinting and then you just get killed. But the shriekers and the napalm zombies are so annoying. They just blind you or kill you. So it's not exactly the most fun combination ever, you know. And the layout is very tight, just like 5 and Varrock. It's probably the worst out of all of them, though. There is actually nowhere to train, whereas in the other one, you can train, but in this, you can't really. And also, getting the Wonder Weapon from the mystery box, you got, like, no chance, buddy. It is so rare. I've got it, like, a couple times, and I've played Shangri-La a lot. Like, it takes forever. And pack-a-punching on multiplayer, especially on, like, with online with random people, there's no way you'd be able to do it online with random people. Everyone has to be standing on 4 different things at the same time. How are you going to do that online without a mic? That's not possible. So Shangri-La has a lot of issues. I like the map overall, but it has a lot of glaring issues. Moving on to the next map. That map being Moon. And the best part about this map, it's in the title. You go to the fucking moon. Like, you go to the moon. Bro, like, come on. That is awesome. And also No Man's Land, that is so cool. We haven't seen anything like it except for on Forsaken, I guess. You could say we saw that on Forsaken. That was pretty cool. But on Moon, I think it does it better because it doesn't progress rounds. So, you know, on Forsaken, it's a little bit too overpowered. And the Wonder Weapon on this map is basically the Thunder Gun, but you can make it dual wield and have like 100 more kills. The wave gun is awesome. Plus, when you shoot the zombies, they go all bloaty and then they explode, and it's really satisfying to watch. It is actually beautiful. And also, it is probably the best Easter egg of all time. Has a lot of, you know, stupid things like spinning the box a billion times and waiting for excavators, but you blow up the Earth from the moon. Like, that is awesome. But it's a very controversial map, and a lot of people don't like it, and let's go and find out why. So the bad parts about Moon, my number one pick for this has got to be the astronaut. He is such a little piece of trash. All he does is stand there, grab you, and then steal something from your perks and launch you across the map. It is very annoying. Very annoying. Plus, they added a new, like, special thing, grenade, but with curse devices, called the de-entanglement devices, and they suck. There's no point in using them when you have curse devices on the map, and it just takes up a spot. It's worthless. And there's no noise, you can't hear anything, which is very off-putting for a lot of people. And also, you know, it's on the moon, so yeah, you can't hear anything. Zero gravity can be annoying. The zombies can act very spastic, you know, and the hacker is extremely annoying. But the most annoying part of using the hacker is the excavators, which you have to, like, shut down with the hacker, block off parts of the map. And if you go to Pack-a-Punch when both the excavators are out that are in the tunnels, you'll get stuck in the spawn room and you can't leave because you don't have the hacker, because the hacker isn't over there. So it's extremely frustrating. And that's gonna finish off Moon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making it. Like and subscribe so we can make the part 3 being Black Ops 2, which is kind of funny, 3 being 2. Make sure you leave a comment on what you want to see, and love you guys. See you next time. This is Black Folk on Cracker Factor. Good night.